Okay, we're back.
Because that was it. What is it? Okay.
Corruption's such an old
Song and we can sing along in harmony, and nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. What's the next thing? We don't know.
And nowhere. Okay, guys, a lyric quiz. Listen carefully.
It's like, because we're trying to play a game.
We're playing.
Corruption's such an old song, and we can sing along in harmony, but
nowhere is it stronger than in Albany.
What? I literally don't.
What's the next lyric, guys?
I don't remember. It's not a contest for you or anything like that. I just totally don't know.
Nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. I practice the law. I practice.
No, that's not yet. That's the next one.
Because we don't know the lyrics to our own show.
It's not. But this is hard. Like they play this. We're gonna play this with like our cast and see if they know because.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they know and we just don't. But.
Yeah. Oh, someone wants to know, is your apple good?
Very good.
It's a good apple. Oh my gosh, guys! Everyone's tuning in from everywhere. Hello. From Canada, Italy, Mexico, Chicago, Virginia, Brazil, Louisville, Kentucky, Utah.
Is there any Texas?
Oh, hi, Arya's mom. Shout out to Arya, who's a huge fan of the show. Okay, someone is asking, have you ever lost your voice? How did you get it back? And how do you protect your voice on a regular basis? All right, I'll take a stab at this one. Yes, I've definitely lost my voice before. I've had tonsillitis, which is like basically when you get, it's a kind of similar to strep throat where you just get sick in your throat and it's not on your vocal cords or anything, but your throat's just sick. So I've lost my voice from that. I lost my voice during COVID when I had COVID and the flu at once, which if you were following along on the stories was when I had my final callback for this show. So I literally had COVID and the flu and I did my final callback for this show on Zoom. Miraculously made it through and somehow could sing. And then I lost my voice the next day because I was so sick with COVID and the flu. But regular things that I do to protect my voice is I'm really intentional about the volume that I speak at. So if I'm out at a restaurant or somewhere that's loud, am I screaming? I try not to scream. I also try not to whisper because screaming and whispering are not great. It's great to speak in that mid-range of your voice. I try to warm up before I sing every time, and then I also regularly steam my voice. So I use a Pure Mist personal steamer that I show in the stories, but I love doing that. It kind of just eases everything up in here, and yeah, sometimes also like Fontis lozenges, Grethers, pastilles, different kind of candies to just lubricate things. How about you, Pedro? How do you take care of your voice?
Sleep.
Water.
Yeah, a lot with how you speak. Warming up in the morning, even if you know you're not going to be on.
That
just,
part.
Stretch. Give yourself a nice laryngeal massage, some jaw massage for those, the whole tension there. Just like
tongue stretches.
Some neck rolls, tongue stretches, like
Yeah, a little stretch this way,
yeah,
that way.
Yeah, just do that and just really like set yourself up to like.
read it that way.
Yeah, and just like a lot of times for me, I need to engage like my body to like really engage my voice. So like a lot of ways to like get the blood flowing and get the breath moving. Yeah, just,
I love that.
Even jumping jacks, push-ups, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's real. That is real. When are we coming to Boston? We're coming to Boston January through March, baby. We're going to be there for 8 weeks. So lots of chances to catch us. It looks like it's someone's birthday. Trevor, happy birthday. Happy 15th birthday. We love that you love Hamilton. Yes, I hope you have the best birthday ever. Oh my gosh, so many people in so many different... Oh my gosh. Okay, everyone's answered the lyric question. The colonies' economies increasing.
Increasingly
the
stalling. The colony's economy is increasingly stalling, and honestly, that's what public service seems to be calling me. That's hard, though. That's hard.
That is a hard lyric. Yes. Yeah, several people.
Prove that you didn't look it up on Safari.
Oh. Did you guys hear that? He wants proof.
I think you looked it up.
Okay, there's several people.
No, they probably know it.
Wow. Okay, Juliana got the whole lyric.
That's good. Who answered it first?
Oh my gosh, so many people answered it. I can't even.
It's okay.
Who got it first?
It's all right.
Okay, it looks like O.Mitchell27 may have gotten it first.
Mitchell 27.
Good job. Good job.
Good job.
Y'all are so nice. It is so good to hear from you. Okay, thank you for all of these correct lyrics because you guys you know the show better than we do. Oops. Non-stop. Yes, that is from the song Non-Stop. Oh, Julie, thanks. I'm so glad you got to see me as Angelica. Fun. Oh yes, come see us in Cleveland. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh my gosh, someone made a Hamilton birthday card. That's awesome. Go get them. Go get them.
Wait, do you want to
Yeah, we just talked about voice. Yeah, let's, we're gonna answer, some other questions. Okay, there's a couple coming in here. What did I sing for my Hamilton audition? My first ever Hamilton audition. I think I sang Christina Aguilera. What song was it? It may have been like Hurt. And I was auditioning for Peggy Mariah. And that was at an open casting call in 2016. Mariah. And that was at an open casting call in 2016 when I was literally a senior in high school. And then after that, I got to sing stuff from the show. What did you sing for your Hamilton audition?
I sang an Ollie Murs song called Dance. I think, yeah, because originally I was like a freshman in college, and they did this like virtual thing. So
I love it. Oh, someone is in Music Man this weekend. Congrats. That's an awesome show. Any tips for your show this weekend? I would say make sure you get a good night's sleep, like we were just talking about with voice. Get some good sleep. You, eat enough food before so you have energy, and take some deep breaths before walking on stage. So if you have any personal practices that are grounding for you, like meditation or prayer or just taking some deep breaths or whatever for you, is there a song that you listen to that just makes you feel like in your body? Do that before the show. And remember that everyone out there wants to see you do the best you can. And also, live theater is never perfect. It just is never perfect, so give grace to yourself and everyone else on the stage. Oh my gosh, I love this. Someone's birthday cake said only 14, but my mind is older. That's so cool, Olivia. So cool. Okay, they're asking our favorite song.
Wait, favorite song to dance for me is Rumor It Happens.
Oh, the dance is so good in that song. How about you guys? What's your favorite song in the show?
Of the show?
To do or to listen? Or to,
It can be both. Either, both and.
To do as Eliza would be, that would be enough. And the finale.
Yeah, those are goodies. Do you have a favorite song that you don't sing?
No.
No, I sing all of them.
She's like, there are other songs?
Yeah.
What about Rumor It Happens? You love that.
Oh, I can't stand singing that song now.
It's a hard one to sing in the ensemble,
the
yeah.
ensemble, learning 3 different ensemble
Yes.
parts of that is annoying. I don't know what song. You have to come back to me for what song I don't sing.
Okay. Devin?
I like Skylar Sisters.
Yeah.
That was just always fun because I pretend I'm in New York City. And
Give it Des.
I don't know, like Dear Theodosia's really cute. Sometimes it makes me cry. Yeah, Dear Theodosia's really beautiful. And Wait for It. Okay, Wait for It.
Oh, wait
I
for
love
it.
Wait for
Oh,
It.
one last time.
Oh,
It's
nice.
one last time for me.
Nice.
Great.
Good.
Love it. Love. Do I have favorite? Now I'm like, what are my favorite songs? I love Satisfied, guys. And there's actually a little story here, and I might be able to post some of it. But when I was a senior in high school and Hamilton just came out, I was running my high school a cappella group, and I made them do Satisfied a cappella. So a wonderful, talented girl in our group made an a cappella arrangement of Satisfied where I got to sing Angelica. So when I was a senior in high school, I sang Satisfied, an a cappella rendition, and it was super fun. So I've always loved that song. And if you're a good sleuther, you'll be able to find the video on YouTube. And or if I'm feeling extra courageous, I might post a little bit of it. But that was me. I was right after my 18th birthday. I got to perform that. So I love Satisfied because also the storytelling and just the nuances of the character work in that song are really awesome. And then I would say I do also love Burn. I think just having fire on stage is really cool. And the power that Eliza holds in that moment as she reflects and processes her decades-long relationship with Hamilton. So yeah, those are maybe my favorite two that I get to sing. And then I would say other favorites, I do love Dear Theodosia. Wait for It. Oh, Wait for It's so good too. And Hurricane. So good, so good. All right, a couple other questions that we're getting, like favorite character, favorite costume. Pedro?
Well, I love like just the ensemble like vests, sleeveless vests. And in those, amongst those, like I think, well, right now I'm loving doing Lawrence Phillip just because I'm in that land right now.
Yeah,
Like, super
you
stoked. I love
are
doing-
tomorrow. Guys, he's gonna make his debut in this new role tomorrow.
And I like doing Blow Us All Away with
Yeah.
that, and doing like the Stay Alive reprise with Mom and Dad. So
Oh, the Stay Alive
my favorite
reprise.
in this moment right now. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Makes sense. And I guess you said your favorite costume. Giselle,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite costume?
Immediately, yes. The Eliza gown that she wears for Best of Wives and Best Women for only 2 seconds of the
I know,
show.
it's so
need
quick.
it. I'm gonna have someone make
The
it for me.
robe?
Guys,
The robe.
Giselle
Is it
actually,
nice?
Giselle has a robe that's very similar to the Eliza robe.
I really like vintage sleepwear, and I also really like vintage sleepwear.
She does. I
So-
can confirm that, guys. She does like vintage sleepwear. But Eliza, actually, it's on the stories right now. There's a picture of me in the Eliza gown and robe. But she has this like beautiful dark teal velvet robe, and she just wears it for the song Best of Wives, Best of Women, which is literally like 90 seconds long. Bummer, because it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, congrats to someone who won the lottery to see the show tonight. That's awesome. Hello from Maryland, Texas.
Small Texas.
Someone's asking if I'm on today. No, the show's happening right now, so I am hanging in the dressing room with my fellow swing buddies. I'm not scheduled to go on today, but the nature of being a swing is that you just never know, so we'll see for tonight. Someone's asking how you improve your singing voice, and also thank you for just the general compliments that we're getting. This is very kind. How do you improve your singing voice, Pedro?
Take a lot of lessons.
Yeah,
I mean,
singing lessons.
Yeah. You're kind of a student forever. You never
You
stop
are.
learning, and you kind of, it's like, you know, even if you get Hamilton, you kind of gotta keep training and keeping yourself healthy and everything like that too. So
Yeah.
it's all the work and all the training that goes into it beforehand. I think there's a lot of resources that are out there that are easily accessible and affordable too.
Mm-hmm.
So starting with those two, like not
Yeah.
everyone has the resources to like pay for voice lessons all the time, and I get that. Like, I did not
Expensive.
at all. So just like finding what you can and understanding that like your growth is it goes at its own pace. You know? You just, like, kind of pace yourself.
Yeah. No, that's good advice. I think Pedro's right that like practice with any skill, acting, singing, dancing, any other skill, creative or otherwise, like it just takes practice. And even with like the individual songs that we get to sing as cast members, like you improve as you go. So the very first time that I sang any of these songs was not the best time I sang any of these songs, and I'm continually learning more about breath support, more about how am I opening up my throat, how am I using the resonance in different parts of my face. But yeah, practice is really what it takes. There's a lot of different vocal exercises. I can share some of those later. I really like lip trills, like the I really like that stuff. And I do that throughout kind of my whole vocal range. That's usually the first warm-up I start with. But there's so many different warm-ups. And what I will say, like Pedro said, is yes, voice lessons are like so helpful. So if you can take voice lessons with someone who's trained, that's really awesome. But it can be very expensive. And so know that there are a ton of resources on YouTube, on TikTok, from voice teachers who just like share tips and tricks and things for you to practice different exercises. And then you can take a recording of yourself and hear, oh, how does this sound versus when I place my voice here and when I do a breath from this place. I also found that sometimes I hold like tension in the lower half of my body, and so sometimes I'll practice singing like in a squat so that like my muscles are released and stretched out. Many different things. All right, we might hop off live here, but there will be more to come. And I'll answer a couple more questions. Does everyone in the cast know Lynn personally? Definitely not. Lynn is awesome though. I actually have had the opportunity to meet him, which I share in the stories how that happened, where I literally met him at the Hamilton stage door many years ago, and I've met him like one other time since. But it's the case that there's so many of us who are joining Hamilton, and Lynn has so many amazing projects out there. So we don't all get to hang out with him personally, but he's very much a part of the Hamilton world and legacy, of course. Any other questions that we're gonna answer? We talk some about The Voice. We talk about, a little shout out for Raya the Weirdo. I hope I said that right. And there's so many. I guess I didn't say what my favorite role is, and to be honest, I just love all of them for different reasons, so it's hard to say what the favorite is. But they all hold different spaces in my heart. Like I shared, I started singing Satisfied in high school because I just fell in love with that song, and I did it a cappella. But then my first auditions were all for Peggy Mariah when I was a little bit younger. And then I really fell in love with Eliza, but I also was like, oh, I'm too young to play Eliza, or they don't see me as Eliza yet because I was only auditioning for Peggy. So then I always loved Eliza, and I loved her story arc and just the power that she has, and what she represents. But yeah, so all of them kind of have a little special thing, and I am just very grateful that as a swing I get to play all three of those roles and Woman 5, which I'm about to start learning, because for those who haven't seen the other stories, I'm fairly new to the Hamilton world, been auditioning for many years, started with the Philip tour this summer, and just finished learning all three sisters, and I'm about to start learning Woman 5. All right. With that, I leave you guys, but keep throwing questions into the stories and follow along. You can also find me at Ashley Lala. Here is the place to find me. But I'm so excited, and you guys can also, you can just follow along more with the rest of the day. And I'm excited to see all of you. And to hear from you. And okay, this is just actually a really good little question, so I am going to answer it. What mistakes have I made on stage? How did I recover? Thankfully, I haven't made too many big mistakes in Hamilton yet. I totally have had moments in other shows. You know what? Because I also got this question, and I'll probably answer it on stories later with some pictures, but the other two shows I did this year right before joining Hamilton, one is called Punk Rock Girl, which was a world premiere musical by Joe Iconis and Robert Hickey, and it was a super fun punk rock, high school drama, comedy. And that was a really fun blast, totally different, except that it was also kind of this poppy music, and it was like Avril Lavigne and Pat Benatar and all of these really fun singers, so I got to do that. And then I also got to do Next to Normal, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, and it was actually like an all black and brown company at Westport Country Playhouse. That was really fun. I played Natalie, the daughter, in that. I loved that experience of the show. And then Hamilton, and I did some other workshops and readings, but that's a little bit about what I was up to before joining Hamilton this year. And worst mistake on stage in Hamilton so far. Here's one. This was just a little slip up backstage, but I was on for Angelica, and Angelica comes and brings the what's it called? The wedding veil for Eliza, and there's a really quick transition, and there was just a slip up between a dresser. Anyway, I did not receive the veil, and then I walked out on stage with no veil to put the veil on to just make up for that little veil moment. So she got married with her flowers and no veil. It's a small one, it did not ruin the show because no one necessarily knows that she's supposed to have a veil in that moment, but it was a little costume malfunction moment. All Okay, with that, I leave you guys. Check out the stories. Check out my page at Ashley Lala if you want to hear more, see more, but keep following along with the stories. And I'll see you later. Bye. Say bye.